What do you man think? Do you man think that anyone can become a millionaire? What do you man saying? Do you man think that like if a really tries, goes down the right path, you think anyone can become a millionaire? No. I'm gonna let you guys know a little secret. Every single who said no, you guys are all broke and will remain broke for the rest of your life. And I'm not even trying to violate. I'm not violating. I'm just telling you the truth. If you honestly think that you yourself or anyone on this earth can't become a millionaire, you're sick. I swear down, you should go to a doctor and get tested. I'm not even playing. You guys are retarded. Anyone in this earth can really become a millionaire. For some, it literally might be a 99.9% chance you don't, but that 0.1% chance you can if you take the right thing. But you can become a millionaire if you put in enough work. It's not even the illegal ways, even the illegal ways. Whatever you say, bro. See, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. Niggas saying nah. So first you said crackheads can become millionaires. Now you're saying nah. Do you see what I mean? See, when it comes to being funny, everyone's a joker. When it comes to being funny, oh yeah, anyone. No. And when it comes to being funny, anyone can be a joker. Anyone can be a joker. But when it's real, don't want to try. They don't want to get this. You man really don't want to get this, do you? Nah, bro. Speed hacked life. See, this is what I mean. You man think that a nigga putting in work means that he hacked life. Do you man think that Speed got lucky? One in the chat if you think that Speed got lucky to be where he is. Do you think that he got lucky? Yes? Why do you think? Okay, yes. 2. So 2, you man are saying that he got lucky. I don't believe that. Wait, is 1 that he did get lucky? Wait, fuck, I fucked up, fam. In my opinion, yeah, I feel like luck don't exist. Hypothetically speaking, you're in a position where you're talking to a CEO of a job and he says to you, if you have work experience in so-and-so places, I can make you the next CEO of this job and you can become a millionaire. It's just randomly on the street, the nigga tells you that shit. In your head, you're thinking, oh, I got lucky. But it's only if you had the experience. So basically, you have to work hard to get yourself into that position for that when that luck lands on you, yeah, you can secure that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. The harder you work, the luckier you get. It's not really luck when you think about it. Everyone will always get opportunities in life. You just have to be there in time to seize that shit. You need to have skills. You need to be able to seize that shit. So niggas who think, not everyone can become a billionaire. You niggas are pussy. OnlyFans. All right, bro. I had enough of this inspirational shit. Yo, Renji, thank you for the tier 1, broski. Thank you for helping me become a millionaire. Let's see. Anyone can make themselves a millionaire.
Really? Oh, that's just so high.
There's so much free advertising, YouTube.
I mean, the reason why.
What's your argument to say that not everyone can make themselves a millionaire? Is it the not equality thing or resources?
If you really look at the likelihood, you have to make $1,000 1,000 times, which is just insane.
That's it? No fucking way. That's it. That's it. No. When you actually say shit out loud, yeah, it's not like, I don't think that's right. Well, I mean, not to become a millionaire, but to make an M, right? Calculator. 1,000 times 1,000. It's an M. Correct? It's an M. Okay, so it's an M, right? When you say that shit out loud, that's not hard to do, bro. It's really not something crazy. That's it.
I think everyone can try their hardest.
Because imagine you have one job, your normal job, and then you have a bunch of side hustles on the side, each one making you a certain amount of money. You're chilling, year, 2 years, 3 years, boom.
But you won't always get the right exposure to have $1 million put into. You won't always get the right opportunities. It's easy for us because we've done it to be like.
Oh, another thing is, have you man seen the Serena Venus Williams thing on Netflix? I watched it the other day, and that shows as well that anyone can become a millionaire. You can basically blame your dad. If you're gonna be broke for the rest of your life, you can also blame your dad. Swear down, you can blame your dad. You can't blame no one apart from yourself, but if you want to blame someone, blame your dad. Blame your dad for not making a plan for you and setting your future up already, blood. How about that? Blame your dad for not working hard enough. How about that? Swear down. If you actually want to blame someone, you shouldn't blame them, but if you want to blame someone, blame your dad. Well, I'm being serious though, blame your dad. Serena and Venus Williams' dad, you see, he had a whole plan for their future. Them niggas done exactly that. Became billionaires, millionaires, whatever it is.
Well, I did it, so anybody else
Best at tennis, fam.
There are many people that do exactly what we do.
Yeah, that's true. You are going to be using your money, and that's the thing. But imagine you make 300K in 1 year, then you invest like 100. You've invested 100,000 of that into other things. I'm not saying invest it into stocks or something. That's not that bullshit. I'm talking about like just investing it back into yourself to make more money the next year. Then the next year you make 600K. Do it again. Next year you make $1 million. Do it again. Next year you make 2 million. You know what I'm saying? On some shit like that.
You are in the position you're in for a reason. There's a lot of people that build
sleep?
apps
Okay,
and
bro.
have like
Good night,
a
man.
company surrounded by that. There's a lot of people that have done crypto and now their lives are in shambles. There's a lot of people that have done drop shipping and it was the worst thing they ever did. There's a lot of people that have built different companies and it was...
No way you got convinced that easily. There's no way she got convinced that easily to go from all the way from agree 1, 2, 3,
Keep
4
up the
steps
good work,
down.
bro. Love your videos.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you, Titan. Appreciate you, boss. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, she's a bot.
next to nothing, and there's millions and millions of bloggers on YouTube.
So every single woman, I'm not even saying that every single woman is on disagree and every single man is on agree. Do you guys honestly understand that? Are you guys seeing this? This ain't planned. This ain't no joke. This is real life. The niggas genuinely think that anyone can become, but then again, it might be because men, women might argue, oh, men have more opportunities than women, so that's why men automatically think that anyone can become millionaires. You could argue that, but this is brazy. This is
And
brazy.
it's amounted to nothing. Even for me, I know so many people that trade, and I'm like, it's gonna be very hard for you to get to where I'm at because I traded and built a company, but to trade to $1 million is insane.
But it's still possible for them to do it, no?
It's possible, but
Yeah.
to say anyone?
But I
here's the
mean,
thing.
Yes, nigga, if it's even 1% possible, that means it's possible, you fucking idiot.
But also
and
the reason.
technically, like, if you're looking at it at a standpoint, anybody can, you know?
The reason why, I also think I'm very privileged, to be honest with you, because I have, like, my mentor, he comes from, like, the projects.
What the fuck? What happened there to the left?
Anybody can, you know?
The reason why, I also think I'm very privileged, to be honest with you, because I have, like, my mentor, he comes from, like, the projects. Like, from the projects, and he's worth 9 figures. So for me, I go, if he came from that circumstance in life.
But I also think that most of us are in the US and that's where a lot of money is made, but a lot of people don't get granted a visa to come here. Think about the people that don't have internet. They don't have the library to go to get the internet. And also think about the people that from their family situation, for some reason now they're homeless. And in order to, people always say, well then get a job, but in order to get a job, you need to be able to have a home address and not.
You might not gonna hate me for this take right here, but if you're homeless, it's your fault. Now let me tell you niggas something. You see that man that are like 40 and homeless, you realize they went through, I'm gonna just say 25 years of their life and they didn't want to work hard. They didn't want to find a way to get their family out of poverty. They didn't want to do that shit. They wanted to just work basic jobs. They wanted to do, I'm not saying it's all of them, but I'm being real. I've seen stories and I've seen niggas that like their whole life they didn't want to work hard, and then it gets to that shit. And it's drugs as well. That's true. It's drugs be making niggas homeless. More time, them niggas be doing all that shit. Yeah, it's not. I'm not saying this for everything though, but drugs is a serious thing. Drugs, alcohol. Them niggas make bad decisions, and then they go, "Oh, but I'm homeless now, and I don't have money, and I can't do this. I'm not in your position. I'm not as lucky as you, my nigga." I used to eat bread and milk every day. I swear down. I used to get bread, put butter on it, put it in the toaster. I swear down. Back in the day, I used to get bread and butter. And to be honest, I'm very privileged to even have that. But back in the day, that's what I used to be eating with my sister. Bread and milk, that was it. That was W eats, I can't lie, bread and milk. And I was at the time, I wasn't grateful for that shit because I was a kid. But when I grew up, I was very grateful that my mom could even do that shit for us. You know what I'm saying? Bread, butter, milk, every day, I swear down. And then my sister, one of the struggle meals is she would make pasta and olive oil, and that's it. We would have pasta and olive oil, and that would be it. And I love it. I love pasta and olive oil. If it's just pasta and you just put olive oil on it, you eat it, it's so good because it's one of those meals that back in the day, we couldn't really afford all this shit. You might see me ordering food now. On my mother's life, if I tried that back then, we'd be broke in a day. Oh my God. It's crazy. It's crazy. Pasta and olive oil, you ate out your sister. See, niggas like this are the ones who are going to be broke. See, niggas like this are the ones who are going to be broke for the rest of their lives. You're going to die. Your mother's going to die. Your dad's going to die. Your sister's going to die. Everyone in your family's going to die, and no one on this earth will care about you, my nigga. Just want to let you know that.
Not everybody has that.
But I'm serious,
it's just
though.
Those
It's one of
little
those
things that we
things.
don't think about to
You're
even get to
losing
that
viewers unpause. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, nigga. Shut up.
first step of getting a job.
But here's the
Widow.
thing, right? Like you were mentioning earlier, you
This bitch is tired, huh? She got a little tired from all this arguing.
Because of crypto or forex.
The mills back then
It's
always
very
stick with you,
rarely
bro.
The mistake of external factors. It's
Mills
because
back
they
then
did a
always
mistake
stick with
along
you.
the way, right? They were too reckless with their research and they just dumped all their money into it. I feel like the reason why I'm here, I wish there's maybe another one, but it's because I feel like it is possible, but depending on your circumstance, it could be exponentially harder, right?
Yeah.
If you're like someone from like Ethiopia who has no internet.
Ain't this the nigga that's always getting in this what? My man looks like she can't even read a book. So my man looks like, fam.
Harder,
She
right?
can't even read
if you're
a
like
book.
Someone from like Ethiopia
Read a
who has
book.
no internet access, for instance, then of course it's gonna be so much harder, but it's still possible.
Name 3 books.
I mean, if you
But
like,
what
you're
would
saying.
you recommend they should do?
Yeah, that brother, fam.
I mean,
I think
I don't know. I'm
if
not
you
that.
say like it's easier, because I'm Nigerian. I recently just came from Nigeria. They get paid like $100 a month,
Yeah.
and that's insane to them. So I feel like if you're gonna say, okay, well, if you don't have internet access, it's still possible. Give an example of how it's possible.
I know someone who's actually Nigerian, but then there was a public library he went to, which was like 3 hours away, and then he created cryptocurrency from that. So while I feel like to say it's impossible is too much, because I believe nothing in this universe is impossible.
No, that's
There's
true.
always a certain extent where something can be achieved. I think, even the most.
Nigga, you just have to work harder. Okay, fair enough. That brother over there who's rich, his dad, like, the guy who said his mental, this Indian brother over here said his mental was 9 figures. Okay, he didn't really have to, he still worked very hard, but maybe he don't have to work as hard as the Nigerian nigga who had to travel 3 hours to go to a fucking library. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there are billionaires in Nigeria and shit,
The
millionaires.
situation is 99.99%.
But it's like, bro, yeah, if you want it bad enough, you'll get it. I can't lie. If you really want that shit bad enough, you'll
The type
work.
of person that can 100% can't be a millionaire is very rare.
I say that and I only
But
stream
it's
for
not
2
about
hours,
making
so.
money. There's a millionaire.
Fuck.
That's a crazy.
Yeah, hush puppy. My nigga, hush puppy. Free hush puppy, though.
I think, okay, if somebody asked you, right, to put it in your terms, what is your prediction for Bitcoin, for example? You wouldn't tell them anything's possible, it could go to 100 million.
It could.
You would actually back it up with actual like facts
Exactly.
and statistics
Yeah.
as to why. So when I think of just logically thinking, can anyone become a millionaire? It's like, you want to back that up. And if you say, I mean,
Hold on. She just said when you talk about Bitcoin going up, you would back it up with facts and like thing. So why then she talks about this? Is she talking about logically? No, you back up with facts too, you idiot. Why would she bring up talking about facts with this nigga? But then as soon as she talks about her own shit, she's talking about when I think about it logically. My nigga, your logic is fried.
actual like facts
Exactly.
and statistics
Yeah.
as to why.
Your logic is
when
fried.
I think of just logically thinking, can anyone become a millionaire? It's like, you want to back that up. And if you say, I mean, yeah, they barely get paid and they don't live in a house and they're eating and drinking water from a river, but anything's possible. It's like, where do you think somebody's going to magically come down and be like,
No! What is wrong with this nigga, man?
this is how you're going to get from this
I think the
level to
reason
that?
I think it's also a mindset. I think truly it's a mindset. Like you have to be
This
mentally
bitch with
strong
the
enough
back
to
and the leggings, she needs to move
go
out of the
through
way,
the
man.
work, put like you're all into something.
Pause. Can you choose a side, if you can?
This is a hard question.
No, I'm staying in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Defend it.
Bro, women are so fucking
There you go.
stupid.
I mean, I just haven't done research on third world countries, but if you, like, it is possible. Like, again, you may have to take that 4-hour walk to that pop-up library with like 1 antenna or whatever the case may be. But again, it's possible.
Yeah, but at the same time, like she shifted me on this side because what she said is 100% true. It is theoretically possible. Just even though it isn't anyone can become a millionaire. Because like. If even a 0.001% chance, let's say you have the worst situation possible, even though it is theoretically possible, in a real world scenario, that's not true. It's like saying, what's the probability you roll a dice and then it lands on the edge instead of any other number, while there's like a really small probability.
Yeah, but anyone can do it though, right? The question is, can anyone become a millionaire? Why the fuck are these niggas talking about in the real world? Exactly. If you start man's talking about if it's theoretically these
time you can't say, oh.
everyone in this room apart from the man who strongly agree are stupid. I can't lie, fam.
Yeah, it's possible.
Even if I was broke, I have no money, I would still be saying it's possible. You can still go get it. My whole life, all I wanted to do was drive fast car, do this, do that, live my fucking life, nigga. That's why I'm working hard to get to where I want to be. Some of these niggas don't dream about that shit. They don't think about that shit. They just think, oh yeah, I'm gonna just get a boyfriend. I'm gonna just live my life, live in this apartment for $2K a month. I'm gonna just go to work, come back 9 to 5. And then, nah, but becoming a millionaire is impossible. I'm 40 years old. I've done everything.
It's
Fucking
possible,
idiots.
you know, because it's like such a small chance, which is why I'm more on this side now.
Yeah, I think I just recently took a trip back to Vietnam, and my parents immigrated from there, and I think I just realized that you guys are talking about these online services make money, but a lot of places don't even have banks. They run on cash.
Do you need a bank to be a millionaire? No, because cash.
But then how are
That's
people
what I'm
going
saying.
to, in those
No,
countries,
that's true.
make
Nigga like me would have been like, yo, can't we just all bang F? That's what I would have said. I would have said you can bang F though. You can always do something. You can scam niggas. You can steal, as bad as stealing is. Becoming a millionaire, you don't have to do it legally.
money
You know what I'm
to be a
saying?
millionaire?
Then maybe
when,
the
What's
way
F
to
fraud?
become a millionaire from one of those countries is get out of the country.
but you can't just get out of the
I
country.
understand
I'm
that.
somebody
Okay,
that
I
had to wait 2
That is
years. Yeah, I'm somebody that had to wait like 2 to 3 years to be able to get my visa, and now
Yeah, 2 to 3 years, and now you've got it, right?
I'm granting my employees visas, my parents visas, and it's a very difficult process.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult, right? Okay, fair enough. It's difficult. It might even take 10 years, but then you leave and then you start making millions. Like, I don't understand what they're saying. Are these people stupid? No, are they actually autistic?
People sit
That's what I'm saying. They keep saying no. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. But the question is, anyone can become like,
there and wait
oh
on their
my
computers and
god!
pray one day that they can win the lottery for the
visa
visas,
lottery,
and
yeah.
that changes
That's
people's
hard.
lives. But a lot of people on that day are just they don't get their visas, and they realize, you know, this is gonna be my life for the rest of my life, and it's very hard on them.
Yeah, because America's strict.
So I know a lot of
So why are you going to fucking America, nigga? Canada lets anyone in. UK lets anyone in. Why do you want to go to the US so bad? American people are so stupid, so dumb. Oh my god! America didn't let you in. Why are you going? You don't have to. You can go Australia. You can go France. On my mother's life, you can go anywhere else. Why do you want to go America? Why? No. I'm being serious. Anyone from the US, why do niggas want to go there so bad? Nigga, you don't even, your healthcare isn't even paid for. You could break a leg, you have to spend all your bread fixing it. What? What? It's easy to make $1 million in the US. Okay, maybe it is. I really don't know, and I don't give a fuck. If I'm being real, I don't give a monkeys.
immigrants myself that
But
have came to the state.
It's easier. So that, okay, if it's more difficult than someone else, that means it's impossible? Nah, people are stupid.
It's for
bro.
other countries or immigrated from one place to the other and built massively successful businesses. And a lot of that stems from the work ethic part. That's why I'm so big on it. I think it's very brutal in every way, shape, or form to run a business regardless of where you're from.
Yep.
I think it's a lot easier in the States, of course, but I really just hold the belief in my heart very, very strongly that anyone can do anything that they want regardless of the circumstances if you have the will and the power and the drive to do so.
Yeah.
It isn't just about a mentality
Still
issue.
It's
Oh
still
yeah, but come
possible.
on, you
That's what I'm
can't.
saying.
That's what
Yeah.
we're dealing with over here. Yeah.
I don't want to tell someone that they have no chance.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
has
that's
a
There's
chance.
always a chance.
No chance, no, but it's close to.
These two bitches right here, the black girl and the Vietnamese girl, they don't like no one. They don't like what anyone else is saying because they just think that, like, she thinks because she's from Nigeria and she thinks because she's from Vietnam that, like, or they've seen it out there. No one can do that shit. My nigga, I could say the same thing about Angola. I could say the same thing about Portugal. I could go there right now and show you a nigga who's broke and has no job who can't leave the country. You can do that in any country. On my mother's life, apart from what is it, North Korea or South Korea, whichever one, they don't let you out. Apart from like those type of countries, you can go to any one and you can find the poor side and you can find the rich side. You don't think there's millionaires in Angola? You don't think there's millionaires in Nigeria? You don't think there's millionaires in Vietnam? Of course there fucking is. There's millionaires in every country in the world. So why are these men acting like you can't, like, I'm fucking finished.
No, infinitesimally close to no chances.
Yeah, but that's not none.
We've all experienced different parts of life, very privileged parts of life. I think it's very hard to speak on something unless you've been there. I've been to the village in Nigeria. I've seen how difficult.
Oh my god. Shut up! I don't give a fuck. No one gives a monkeys. I don't care. Oh, I've been to the poorest part in my country, so I know that not everyone there can't make it out. So what about 5 minutes down the road where the millionaires are, no, we don't go there. No, I'm from America, so I don't know.
What it is. When you see it live, then you realize just how difficult it is and just how privileged we are. So it's easy.
That's very true, though. We are very privileged.
Oil or steel
Everyone
or
in this
whatever,
chat, everyone watching this shit with your Wi-Fi or whatever, we're all privileged. We're all very privileged.
Another thing you have to think of is the government, you know, and the different patriarchy systems and just how they run. And I fully believe, same thing, whatever you put your mind to, you can do. I'm a firm believer in that. But I also
No, you're not.
I'm very open and knowledgeable to the fact that where we are at and the fact that we are teen millionaires, and that's a title because it's so rare, just goes to show the fact that it's vastly, vastly impossible for many people.
It's crazy that how similar, I feel like we all have like similar experiences.
I want to see this one. I want to see, is it easy to make money if you're white? I want to see this. I want to see what these niggas say about this.
I've just always worked towards it, saying one day it's gonna come, and I think that work ethic
Nigga said
and
finally.
tenacity just continue to compound and roll over and snowball itself into what I have today.
It is easier to make money if you're white. 3, 2, 1, go.
My mentor is not white, and he's worth $204 million. So I think I've seen it firsthand. You know, most of my friend group is not whites, and they do very well for themselves.
I would say you're almost an exception with what the majority is. I think majority-wise, if you look at just the demographic of the United States, you know, whenever you think of trust fund babies, whenever you think of how—
What do you man think about this? I have an opinion that could come across as very racist, but I don't know. What do you man think? You think that it's you think it's easier to make money if you're white? I feel like maybe even 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and then like so on and so forth before that, yeah, it used to be easier if you were white. It used to be a lot easier, way easier. I feel like it used to be I feel like now, if it is easier, it's only like 1% easier or 2% easier. Like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like maybe it's just the tiniest bit easier, you know what I'm saying? But it does depend where you are. If you're in a very racist country and you are black, or if you are Asian or something like that, yeah, then again, there's going to be certain things. So it does depend on where you are. So I feel like, yeah, it's still slightly easier. But for the most part, she's about to say some shit like, hold on, let me see what she's about to say.
houses. I think majority-wise, if you look at just the demographic of the United States, you know, whenever you think of trust fund babies, whenever you think of houses in the Hamptons, whenever you think of that luxury lifestyle, it's not usually the black demographic.
Why do you think that is? Because black people just be shooting each other and just be in gangs and just be doing all that bullshit, selling drugs, doing all that shit. Why the fuck would they put niggas like that in the Hamptons? Why would they put niggas like that in Beverly Hills? And why does she only bring up the US? I understand she lives there, but why the fuck does she only bring that shit up? Yeah, they don't say shit about other countries because they don't know shit. She talks about Nigeria, but she don't know shit. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to actually being a good human being and working hard and all that shit, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, doesn't matter what the fuck you are. You're going to get what you want. You're going to get, like, there's going to be some discrimination, but it's fine. It's not going to stop you from going where you want to go. But the way that some people think, including her, is that, oh, I'm black, so it's racist. I can't do what I want to do, all of that. The fuck? Me? I'm very pale skinned, fair enough, but I go into the street, people would know I'm black. People know I'm black. People know my dad is black. You look at my lips, you look at my nose, you look at everything, you know, okay, yeah, that nigga's part black, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's cool. But never in my life have I thought, maybe it's because I'm not dark, maybe it's because I'm not actually black, you know what I'm saying? I'm light skinned. Never in my life have I thought, oh, I'm light skinned. I can't get to where I need to go because of my skin color, because of my ethnicity, or because of my background, because I'm part African or whatever. I have never in my life thought that. Maybe it's why I was raised or whatever. Niggas used to crack racist jokes in school. Fair enough. It's gonna be like that your whole life. It's jokes. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? Get over that shit. Get over that shit. It's not that deep. But in terms of like, I don't know. I still feel like it's slightly easier if you're white. But if you're black and you put the work in, nothing is gonna matter. No one can tell you shit. You're gonna get rich.
When slavery was a thing, white people had a 200-year head start to start their businesses, to set up their families for success and all that. So when black people finally had the opportunities, which was not until recently 1965, to really be in the same rooms as white people, you're looking at a large discrepancy in time.
That's so true. This is so true. The education system in the US is so narrow-minded. They only graze the other countries, and people who grew up there think every other country is third rate. That's true. They all think that they think everywhere else is a third world country apart from the US. and it's so stupid. The niggas, I can't. When you actually talk to someone from the US, I do a lot, obviously. But when you actually talk to someone from the, I'm not saying Andre or something like that, my boys. I'm saying other people. When you talk to them, and like you engage in conversations about stuff, that you actually realize how stupid they are. You actually realize how they think that they are the world. They think that everything happens in the US. More time, no one gives a fuck about the US. I'm being so real. And I'm not saying like all of the British jokes they make. No, my mom was like, I find that shit funny. I really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But they actually think that shit is crazy, bro. Yo, Bashan, what are you saying, bro? We're having a very controversial argument right now. They think it's crazy. They think it's like everything there is like
and success and achievement.
I don't know how to
So
explain
I think
it, bro.
Just naturally in general,
Saying,
white
Bashan, are you
people are
good?
taken as more serious because of the stereotypes that have been put on people of color. So that's where I'm like, I agree with that statement. Not saying that people of color cannot be successful, but just saying that it's more likely for someone who is white to have better opportunities than someone who isn't.
I mean, maybe in past generations, what you're saying is 100% true, right? If you're based on race, people perceive you differently. But I feel like now this new generation, you can become wealthy from the internet, right? Like you're in Forex, I'm in crypto. I don't have to have any face on the products I create. It doesn't matter what race I am because if they don't know who I am selling.
Oh my God, this nigga's spitting. That's true. That's true, blood. That's true. Most of the ways you make money nowadays, you don't show your face. I can make a YouTube channel and pretend I'm fucking white as shit. All right, let's start playing fucking Minecraft, yeah? What we got, yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't have to speak how I usually talk. I could just pretend like I'm white. Obviously, doing that shit is very stupid and demeaning. I would not do that. But
To them.
it's
I
like,
don't think it's
you know what I mean?
valid as a point today than it used to be in previous generations.
I agree. Your face doesn't always have to be tied to it. So, I mean, she changed my mind a little bit because I feel like I was a little bit too harsh because you did make like a really good point. Statistically, you were 150% correct. Like you were right. But I think in my firsthand experience, just the people I've been around, a lot of them are not white and they are successful. So that's why I was like all the way to the right. Now I'm like here.
I think we forget that not everybody's job is online and not everybody's job you can hide behind a screen, and most people work everyday jobs.
That's because they chose that shit. That's because they chose that shit. You chose to go work a 9 to 5. You wasted your time making a 9 to 5 instead of spending your childhood days becoming funny so you could be a YouTuber like me. you chose working 9 to 5, and that's okay. Instead of becoming the class clown and piling up all these jokes in your head to tell fat people on the Omegle like me, you chose to work 9 to 5, and that's okay.
Service where that's people have to look at them. So I think if we're talking about if it's easier to make money as a white person, I would say yes, because applying to jobs, most of the time if they go into an interview and they're a person of color, they're probably less likely to get that job.
I like you learn coding.
Also,
You can code some shit. You can make a game. Anything.
Color. We've seen it in the statistics, so I think it is easier to make more money as a white person.
My fam.
I think two things.
My family. Come on, my family. My fam. My fam reacts that can anyone. Oh, she's up. Nigga, she's flying first class. Why is she talking about this shit? I chose to see grown man nigga dick on Omegle. I chose that shit. But why? Look how up she is. Why is she even talking? Nah, I know everyone come a millionaire. Let's see your videos. I mean, she's been at this shit for years. So you can't even say that that's luck. Why is she saying that it's luck? Why is she arguing about the luck type of side and shit if she grinded all this time and didn't get lucky? What? Nah, I can't lie. You women have it. I'm not even gonna say nothing. We're gonna finish this little segment.
I'm right here. Indians make the most
amount
of money in America when it comes to any racial demographic, which is great. So shout out to the Indians. But two, with that being said, I remember when I started my business, I had a very in-depth conversation with my father, and he said, "Jay, if I were you, I would highly recommend staying behind the scenes and letting a white man run the business because they get along with people a little bit better than we do. Just because people don't understand Indians. But even in that, you could develop yourself to be a great CEO regardless. I mean, there's huge companies in America that they're all ran by Indian Americans or Indians.
Starbucks.
I mean, whether it's Google, whether it's Microsoft, I mean, these are all ran by Indian Americans. I'm Jay, I'm the CEO and principal of Modere. A quick 30 seconds in regard to who I am. I started programming at the age of...
Oh, what does she do?
Python, Pennsylvania.
Oh wait, what did he do?
And at 18, I moved to Dallas, Texas. I'm originally from Python, Pennsylvania.
So age 9, he started programming. See, that's what I'm saying. At 9 years old, niggas aren't programming. They're just having fun. He was already programming at 9 years old. 9 years. He already chose. That's what I'm saying. 15 years old. Dropped that. He knew what he wanted to do. He's making bread at 15. You know what I'm saying? He's hustling from day. So man, I'm saying, nah, bro.
I'm
what?
Isabella, and I am designer, entrepreneur, and reality TV star. I started out on reality TV on the show Toddlers and
I think I watched this.
Tiaras. I was 6 years old when I was named one of the youngest self-made.
I think my mom used to watch shit like this on, what was it, like MTV? Or it was like, what was that shit called? You know those shows back in the day? You remember that? Yeah.
Started out on reality TV.
You know what I'm saying? Them TLC. That's it. Yeah, blood. All of
on
those.
The show Toddlers and Tiaras.
Yeah, you're a weirdo. You're a weirdo.
I was 6 years old when I was named one of the youngest self-made millionaires, and I really loved fashion.
Huh?
Texas. I'm originally from Pathfinder.
Designer, entrepreneur, and reality TV star.
Did I hear that right?
I started out on reality TV
Did I hear that
on the show
right?
Toddlers and Tiaras. I was 6 years old when I was named.
Okay, and you see this? Do you wanna know why? Do you wanna know why this could happen? Now you could argue that it's genetics. I remember Honey Boo Boo. You could argue that it's genetics, and she was cute when she was her age, so her parents put her in this shit. But it's her parents. On my mother's life, it was her parents. That's it. It was her parents. Her parents put her onto that shit, and it got her that. That's what I'm saying. Parents exploited her, wasn't exploiting. You could tell. You can tell when children don't want to do some shit. You can just tell. Children will let you know. She wanted to do that. She was having fun, dressing up and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
One of the youngest self-made millionaires, and I really loved fashion, so I created my first brand, which was a suit and blazer line, sold that to JCPenney for private labeling, started a jewelry company where you win accomplishment bracelets. I created House of Bready, which is now my global business, which has made me more than $1 million now. And I'm also writing a book called A Teen's Guide to Business to show people how to become who I am today.
I have flaunted my wealth.
Brand new iPhone 14 Pro Max, deep purple, deep purple, deep purple. You know what I'm saying? Always on display, always on display. Yeah. I've never flaunted my wealth though, if I'm being real. I ain't never flaunted my wealth though. Big man thing. What's that? Yo, what you saying? Oh yeah. What you saying? Oh nah. Oh, last one, trap phone. What you saying? Nah, can't hear you. Yeah, basically, yeah. I ain't never flaunted my shit though. Like that's weird. That's gay as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never like.